My name is Alissa Davies. I'm an abstract acrylic painter here in Boulder. I work quite intuitively, meaning that I have no preconceived idea of what's going to happen when I come up to the canvas. I move very much by instinct and intuition with color, choice and just movement, and just really trying to be in the moment and take a lot of risks. Throughout my process, I try to stay as open as possible as well, and just curious and keep following my curiosity. So that means paintings can go through layers where it's like complete chaos and things look very ugly, but that it's actually usually pretty exciting to me because it's this trust process that I have with each piece that it will eventually get to where it wants to be and how it wants to be completed. And as the layers start to build up, I kind of start to feel like, okay, we're coming towards an end. I start to think more about like color relationships, flow, composition, things that we learn in art school. But really up to that point, I do try to remain as open and playful as possible. I am very influenced by, as like a lot of us in the West, like and artists in general, by nature. I spend a lot of time outside doing outdoor pursuits. So I'm always looking for patterns, color, inspirations, and those always come with me to the studio and feed through into the artwork. I also have 2 young kids, and I watch them choose art materials, make art all the time, and that's like a huge inspiration. I feel like I'm always trying to return to how I probably made art as a kid, and that freedom and kind of inhibition, and I love witnessing kids make art, and that inspires me too. And then just also the inner landscape. I'm always just so curious of what's going to come out that needs to come out. I mean, it's a very highly therapeutic process for me. And I'm always just interested to see, like, is it going to be anger? Is it going to be grief? It's going to be sadness, joy, and that totally interests me immensely as I make art as well. So these ones were all made during our quarantine time, and I've been making a lot, or at least early on, I was making a lot of art. Like I was almost daily down there. Like even though my kids were home, and I usually would have this quiet time that I'd set aside for studio, that kind of all just went up, and I would just make art, and they would come in and out, and it would all weave together more because I just needed to create. So this piece was just influenced by, this was like early summer, by the greens, by the yellows, the chartreuses kind of coming out into the landscape. And then just that sense of also, it's called solitude, and just those moments of finding solitude during this time, even though it is a lot of solitude. I guess when you live with a family, we're all in the same house, there isn't as many moments to gather or grab as when they were at school. So it kind of speaks to that. These, I think just about identity. I mean, these have a lot of a little more anger and just like fierceness to them. I think that's just, a lot of the emotion that I've been feeling right now during this time, just in our country. And so just kind of, they're called pretending to be, and just again about trying to be authentic and be true to our own voices and what we believe in. And then the piece that's over here, that one's a little older. It's called Shadow Sides, and I was reading Sean Korn's, she's a yogi. I was reading her memoir, which is a really good book, and she, and lots of people do. It's Jungian, talking about their shadow sides, and again, that's always just so interesting to me, of just exploring the facets of ourselves and our dark sides and our light sides, and that piece was definitely influenced by her book and her exploration, and then my own exploration of that. So I think it's been such a great honor to be in this beautiful space. I really thank Nobo for having me here, and it's been fun to come to the pop-up openings and be somewhat social and have live music, and just to feel a little bit of that that life that we all are missing in a way. So thank you.